Hi, Haley.
Hi, Paula.
I'm so excited about your book one, and I'm wondering if you'll talk about your process creating the book a little bit.
I'm so excited to be sharing it, and I want to just remind myself out loud right now that for me, process and journey get conflated. So, so I'm gonna put the journey aside and maybe talk about it another time if we have a chance to have questions some other time, or who knows what will happen. But for process, the big ruling decision making pool that I was swimming through when I was writing this book was to think about the poem or the poems when I was working on them as not narrative, as anti-narrative, and instead of moving through time, that I was moving directionally through the scenes and managing different characters in every poem so that the poems never landed on a single point of view, so that it could be more of a consciousness. And in doing that, I began to see relationships between different characters and different scenarios. And I really was thinking about weather as a character and how we could move between those characters without relying on things like plot or things like climax, just so that everybody could kind of have their say in the book.
Yeah. When you say everybody, you mean non-human.
Oh yeah, because there are no people.
Yeah.
So that's right. Right. And so that was maybe another aspect of the book, was that because there is maybe almost a person at the end, and then they never fully take shape, that all of the beings in the book are plants and animals and like I said, weather, periodic elements. They're all they're trash. Mm-hmm. All of these characters are like the bodies in the poem.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about this book in particular, knowing your work for such a long time and knowing the other bodies of work that you have in process. And what is it about one that felt like the right first collection for you to put out?
Yeah. When we started to send this book to press, I had a real freak out about this. Yeah. As you may remember well, because I had these other 3 collections that I've been playing with and looking for and this is the book that that made sense to me, is really where it was. With the other books or the other manuscripts, I was kind of tinkering here and there, and I'd run into a standstill, and this is the first one that didn't happen. And I really credit Joan Houlihan from the Coleraine manuscript workshops to help me kind of see manuscripts in a different way, and then Rusty Morrison, who was able to help me think about the way I was using image. And now now that this is done, I'm able to go back to some of those other projects and see their possibilities. But I graduated from grad school 16 years ago, and I've been working toward a first collection this whole time. And really, it was just this work was the one that took shape before the others did.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. So I know that readers bring their experience of a book to the book, right? And their experience to a book. But what is it? How are you hoping, your ideal reader? How are you hoping that a reader will approach your book one?
Well, so for me as a reader, I rarely read, when I'm reading a collection of poetry, I rarely read it straight through. I read every poem at least 3 times. And I kind of go back and forth between things. And this book, for sure, you can do that. And I hope people feel the freedom to do that. But what I really hope is that as people are rereading poems, that they try them in different voices, and they try to see different possibilities for how the images could come together, using all their, fun poetic techniques that we think about as writers. But trying them on for themselves to see if I read it this way, what's the perspective? If I read it another way, then who else comes into focus, or what other image might come into focus, or how might that image turn into something completely different? So yeah, I just want people to like really stay flexible and have fun with it, and not worry about like what the right answer or the intended answer is, because I didn't want it to feel like there was just one way for this book to be.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Would you read a poem?
I would love to read a poem. I am going to read from page 46, and it kind of like slides onto page 47, and I'll just show so people can see the space and the breath that happens in this poem, and in all of the poems in this book, or in all of the sections or pieces or images, or however you want to think of them. Birch breathes outside its leaves, unfolds the smoldering keep where inhales fizzle skin down. Bark curls a white tooth of breath, catch inside a line of soft wood. A flow of dark tar sizzles the light into a pool at one limb golden. Fish scale a cradle, curl the roots, curdling and straddling the soil. Push down a ponder, a pond, a pond.
Thank you.
Thank you.